Welcome! As I mentioned at my introductory video that I'm going to be following this guide. So if you go to mjrnet.org, it will bring you to this page called Pinscape Resources. Why have I brought you here is because of this KL25Z board. Here, this software actually runs this board, and you can get an expansion board as you see here, and then you start to put in your programs and your solenoids and certain things. So this guide would help you to do that. And there's also here I have which is very useful, this visual guide. I'd like to show you here this particular page. So this page just will let you know what type of devices and on toys and things you can put inside the cabinet itself. So in this episode, I would only be showing you all the items that I would be installing into my cabinet, and maybe you'll be interested, like one of these items, which is this guy. This is the one that does the accelerometer. This device lets us wiggle the ball around. This also drives a plunger, which does that plunging action, which you need this fader to make it happen. I don't have this Pinscape relay, which has a lot of connections, can have lots of toys on it. But instead I've got something cheaper, which is a Sane Smart. It has 8 particular ports for 8 different types of toys. So I am going to, with that board, I connected the solenoids. At the moment I have only purchased 6 solenoids, so we'll just use that, but I was hoping to add another 2 quite soon. And these solenoids, they make all the clickety-clack sounds, and this helps to simulate all the bumpers and slingshots in the machine. You have a computer, you have a graphics card, you have a sound card, you have a power source for the computer itself. 1, 2, 3 fan cases. This is to help for the airflow. I want to make sure everything is cool inside. There'll be 1 at the bottom and 2 in the back. So the button set is a 0-baud delay. It's a USB component you can plug into the computer. So a lot of all my buttons, except for the coin acceptor and the plunger, is plugged into that accelerometer board. But of course I can just connect it all up to the KL25Z board. I then also only have 1 big monitor as the Playfield and 1 big monitor for the back glass. I don't have a real DMD, and I'm not going to dedicate another TV to a DMD. Currently the main sound is coming from the TV at the back screen, and then we have in the future a surround sound that goes around the whole thing to give you a really good sense of the vibration of the actual table. And then you have a bass shaker at the bottom as well. There is also 2 different types of power packs I've got added to it. I've got one that is just a 5-volt, which is only dedicated to the coin acceptor. And then I have another power pack that is 12 volts, and that drives all the solenoids itself, all the solenoids, and maybe other toys as well. So there's a reason for that, so I can have that just compartmentalized, so if I switch the power off on that, and all the toys can then be shut off, and it won't be noisy if at the night I want to play some pinball. And also separating them from the computer, which I've done with the other item, it just makes sure that the computer doesn't have any other extra surge of powers it draws from it that might make it crash or unstable. So let's just try to make it stable as possible. I've also added a soft start button underneath the cabinet. This would start the machine and also enter into the pinball game itself. And when we're done, we can also press a button to power it off. Now we know all the items that I'm going to be putting into the cabinet. We're going to talk about the cabinet itself. The cabinet is made up of natural soft plywood, So this stuff is very good for resonating sound when it's in a nice box. The size of the cabinet could be a custom, any shape you like that would fit the monitor, the biggest one, the Playfield. I'm going for a wide lockdown bar. 25-inch for the body, and that is 63.5 centimeters wide. And the internal cavity of my cabinet is 61 centimeters. So that's the widest for the Playfield I can have. So at the moment my screen is not as wide, so I can upgrade and get even wider screen for that. Then we cannot not have legs, so I'm going to order some legs. Need to also own a internal, what's this, the lockdown bar level, and you also need to buy the one that it be for the wide body as well. So you can see that it all adds up, and I went cheap and made my own wooden one, just temporary until I can afford to upgrade. If you enjoyed that, please subscribe. And if you think you'd like to learn more about how to make your own pinball machine and you want to live vicariously through this game addict type of person, then hit that notification button and like and subscribe, please. And I will see you back here shortly, I hope. Bye for now. And thanks for watching.